So we're continuing now with our step-by-step tutorial, and we've started mobilizing our application by adding panels and panel cards to it. Now before we actually go and preview this, let's first take the customer list panel and move that to be the first panel in the panel navigator. So select everything in the customer list panel, and the reason that we want to do this, of course, is that when we run this component, we don't want to see the search part first. We want to see the customer list part first. If we were to actually run it right now, you can see that when we run it, we see the search part as the initial panel that's displayed, and then we can bring the list into view, but that's not what we'd like. We'd like to see the list first. So select everything in this panel card, so everything from panel card start to panel card end, and then we can either move it one item at a time, or we can click the move to a specified location icon right there, and let's click on panel navigator there, and we'd like to bring it after, so click the after icon. So now you can see that we've moved the customer list to be the first panel. So we have 3 panels in this panel navigator, and the panel navigator is set to carousel, which means that it's going to be a swipe action on the user's part that moves you from one panel to another panel. So let's go back to working preview now and see what we have. So we see our customer panel over there. Then if we hold our mouse down and drag to the left, we see the search panel, and then if we hold the mouse down, if we click and hold the mouse down, we see the form panel. So we have panels working now, but it still doesn't look quite like we'd like for a mobile application. So let's go back to design mode and start making some additional modifications. So first, let's go here and turn on mobile preview simulator. So now when we go into mobile preview mode, you can see it's beginning to look a little bit more mobile, but the list here is not filling this panel. So let's go back now and make that first change. So click on customer list in panel card, in the panel underbar customer list panel, and then you'll see on the right hand side in panel properties there's a property called fill container. So when you choose this property, the list height and width properties get hidden because they're now irrelevant, and this list control now is going to fully fill the panel card that it's in. So let's go back now to working preview, and we can see now that the list is completely filling the panel, but now because the list is filling the panel, we've now lost the static text header that we wanted. So let's go to this panel card now and add a specific panel header section. So I'm going to right click on panel card over there and say panel header, and then click yes, and now you can see that this has added a new container to the panel card called panel header. And let's now move the static text into that panel header. Let's turn off the break so that there's no break after it, and then let's go to the panel header itself, the panel header container, and set the alignment to center. So now we go back to working preview, and we can see now that we have our panel header, and the panel header is centered, and the list itself is filling the panel. But when we click on a row, what we would like now is to automatically bring the form into focus. So that's this panel over there. So let's go back now and set a click event for this list control that's going to bring this customer form into focus. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.